Yeah, I know the anime blaster is more spectacular, but it's probably be less FP intensive if you just use the black bow Varus. Over the edge you go! We know how hard-hitting those can be. Much more than they were in the first Dark Souls. And Salutis the Wanderer was more a pyromancer than a sorcerer. Best automata. Yeah, bad idea. It works better if they're moving a straight line, while not moving from side to side from our perspective. Aim for the head. That's right. I know it's a bit boring compared to, well, that epic boss battle against Gundyr at full strength, but I want to stay alive. Do I look like I had a masochistic view on dying? It might be a temporary setback, but it's not a setback I want to have. Yeah, the items here aren't... here. Not everything is parallel to the brightly lit filing shrine. Yeah, I thought it was. The same could be said about this setup. And that's what I call streaming. He didn't even aim for the head that time, and he still died. Wait. Is that the katana that causes bleed to build up each time you use it? No thanks. Awkward probably died out of despair this time. I don't know what that black noise is guarding, but I'm not gonna get it as long as he's still around. force isn't gonna work, then the better way of doing it is outsmarting the enemy and exploiting the AI. On this ring. Oh yeah. Salutus handed the daggers to him after giving her the soul of nice Artorians. Yeah. Great work on the description. She wielded daggers, not swords. Or a sword. Well, the point is, daggers is what she wielded. Quite irritating, this is. Well. Game developers have their bad days too, you know. Yeah. The Age of Fire is here. And not even Ludleth of Corland is here in this version of Filing Shrine. These are eyes? That wasn't there in the light version of Filing Shrine. Yeah. So I'm guessing that blindness is a requirement for being a fire keeper. Yeah, even Andre's not here. Yeah. Some of you might be tempted to create a cheap knockoff of Mjolnir, or however it's pronounced, by enchanting the blacksmith hammer with lightning. But I think that's a bit predictable. And besides, not Viking-themed character hunter. And yeah, much of this is inaccessible, which explains why the bell didn't toll. Either Prince Lothric was killed and didn't just abandon his duty, or well, at least you're still around. Greetings, handmaid.
Well, fancy that. A lost lamb wandereth in, with nary a peep from the bell. Well, thou shouldst my purpose know. What can this old handmaid provide thee?
Now that ring interests me. And I see you have the armor for... It's at least a reproduction of the armor of Knight Artorius of the Abyss.
To skirt the curse's grasp, tarry not for long. 'Tis dark for now, and not a soul stirs, but remember, fires are known to fade in quiet. Or perhaps thou'rt captive already, like the poor girl. Best not tarry long.
Okay, now I have the full set of stat boosting rings. It's like the feather in Dark Souls 2. I'd best use it then. This is the Firelink Shrine home.
Ah, well met, Ashen One. How may I be of service?
Good to see you too. Right. Could use some more of these. And perhaps one more of these, as it could be handy in case I run into a mimic. Or an invader.
Ashen One, if my wares are not to thy satisfaction, bring me umbral ash. With ash, I'll fashion new wares. Is it not our sorry fate to sup on death? Ashen One, be sure to bring more souls.
Now, some of you might be asking, why am I in Revealed Dungeon? Well, there's a good reason for that. Remember those dragon statues? Bits lower down, accessible via lifts, where the lightning blade miracles found. Well, let's see what happens when I use the Path of the Dragon gesture. Yeah, I'm using Hidden Body because I don't really feel like fighting those jailers and their prisoners. I just want to get on with something. In fact, Bunny is. Felt tired one day, although I think that's more to do with him emptying his bowels at the thought of fighting Champion Gundyr. And the second time, there was a patch in server maintenance. I can let him go with that. Why am I suddenly in Skyrim? Well, it's something new at least. Let's see what we have here. I have a feeling that fire resistance might be more useful here. If we encounter a group of elderly men with big beards up here, we're ending it right now. Ah. These man-serpents. Okay. I'm convinced this isn't Skyrim. They didn't have these in the mountains. Archdragon. I'm guessing there's going to be dragons here. In that case, I'd best have a stronger form of lightning spear with me. I'm guessing they thought that the sunlight spear was too powerful to aim from the covenant of the sunlords. Yeah, a lot of man-serpents there. At least I think. I was right to have the dragon crest shield. What could be hiding here? Besides dragons and man-serpents. Well, I'm gonna find out and take everything of value. And after that, I'll move on to the DLC content. Ashes of Ariandel. It's only a matter of time before I get to that. And you probably should have considered putting the silver covetous serpent ring . That one's probably going to be a bit bigger than... How long is that man-serpent's neck? I mean, even the Cobra variants, it says Fortress weren't that long. Although, in their case, they were more based on snakes, that's poison. These ones seem to be more based on those set constraints. Those that choke their prey to death. And you're poisoning, or at least trying to poison that man-serpent. This is going to take a while, isn't it? Well, thankfully, you're too far away to be putting me in any danger. I'm too far away to be in danger either. And I'm quite thankful for that. Velka must have forgiven me. And here I was thinking divine intervention was on strike. Are we gonna go an entire episode with me not dying? I've attracted that man-serpent's attention. And I might as well stabby. And a stab to finish the job. Yeah, shortcut that'll open later. Right now, I need to find a bonfire, so that I don't have to go through all of this. All over. It's surprising that there's so much light when both at castle. It feels like the age of darkness, that the link of fire is more threatening than it's ever been. Either this is an illusion similar to that which was once produced by Wyndham, or From Software have been lazy again. Well, not as bad as the laziness with the transition between the Harvest Valley Wyndham and going up, where there's clearly no elevator there going up to anywhere, to the Iron Keep. Although that might be explained by spatial warping. If they don't see it coming, they get a lot of damage. Yeah. With the Consume King's Garden, and that was connected to the same location, but either a different timeline or a different world. The Harvest Valley Iron Keep transition was connected to 2 different points. On the same landmass. But let's not be overly negative towards From Software, because they still did a good job. And at least they're making games of decent quality. I mean, it's not as if they're gonna make a Dark Souls pachinko machine. Ugh. That just screams sellout. Let's see what that is. The strength-based shows. Which seems to be more like an axe. Before I go through the gates, which is the portcullis, I want to make sure I have everything. That and stock up on ammo. Although I might as well raise the portcullis. Saves me having to do that when I get back. Let's see what white dragon breath can do. It's piercing, isn't it? Although it's best to have some distance. Ooh. What happened to the magic clutch ring? I must not have picked it up.